Now we've analyzed piece number 1 in Mikrokosmos, so let's take a look at how we're actually going to perform this. Now, when we perform music at the piano, we have two hands, so very often there are going to be two things happening at once. And remember, when we align notes vertically, when notes are on top of one another, like they are here, and they are here, and they are here, that means, in piano music especially, that means that we're going to be playing those notes at the same time. The top notes in the right hand, or the treble clef notes in the right hand, the bass clef notes in the left hand. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to perform these with our voices. And there are two things that we're going to do. This is going to be sort of like a combination of what we were doing with manual pratique and what we were doing with basic rhythmic training. So, first of all, we're going to perform each of these individual lines, the treble clef and then the bass clef. First of all, we're going to do it on solfege. We're going to be speaking solfege. And if we get a little bit more advanced this semester, maybe we'll try singing some of these as well. But for now, just to get our feet wet, we're just going to speak on solfege. And then we're going to do that in rhythm. So if, for instance, if the first note here in the right hand, in the treble clef, that is the note that is on the third space, which means that is a C or a do. So if there's a do there, we're going to say that do for 2 beats. We're going to hold that do out for 2 beats because this is a half note. And we know that a half note gets 2 beats. This next note is also a half note, and that's on the note that's above do, which is re. And I know we didn't learn that in manual pratique, but we can figure that out because the syllables go do, and the syllable above do is re, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. And we're going to hold that re for 2 beats. And then we come to this note, which is on the space above re, so we know that that's going to be E or mi. So we're going to say mi. And how long are we going to say mi for? Well, this is a whole note, so we're going to say it for 4 beats. So you get the idea. So what we're going to do is, and obviously we're going to say these one line at a time because we can only do one thing at a time with our voice, unlike at the piano where we can do 2 or more things. So what we're going to do is we're going to have our metronomes on, and let me give you an example of how we would perform this first line. My metronome is on quarter note equal to 96, which is our tempo indication up here. And here's how it would sound. Do, re, mi, fa, mi, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do. And I can't quite connect those as the slurs would indicate because I have to take a breath in there. But we'll do our best to sort of figure that out. This is not about being perfect with our voices, but this is just making sure that we know what the rhythms are in our brains and that we know what the notes are. Now, we're not actually going to be doing number 1 for the end of the unit quiz. We're going to be actually working on number 2, 2A, which is this top one up here, and 2B, which is this bottom one right here. So that is what you're going to be working on your own. So go through and analyze these in exactly the same way that I analyzed number 1. Figure out the rhythms, figure out the time signatures, figure out the pitches on solfege. And then that's one of the things that we will be hitting in our work sessions as we go through the work sessions in this unit. So if you have any questions, bring them to the work sessions.